For the perspective of younger Iranian Americans, joining me are journalists Negar Mortazavi and Aristu Taslim, a Columbia graduate student and research assistant at the American Iranian Council. Welcome to both of you. It's good to have you on the program. I understand that you had never met before until you guys met at a celebration for this announcement of the agreement here in New York, right?
That's nice.
That's right.
What was going on at that celebration?
Go ahead.
Well, it was obviously to celebrate the nuclear deal, and I think the mood in there was definitely one of jubilance, and definitely everybody there was happy.
What did you like about the deal? Why is this deal a good deal in your opinion?
This is something the Iranian people have been waiting for a very long time. The President Rouhani, ran his election campaign on improving Iran's relations with the world, with its neighbors, and resolving this nuclear case. So I think it would have economic benefits for the Iranian people. It will have political benefits, and just engaging with the outside world is something the Iranians have been hungry for.
We hear so much about the younger population in Iran, and it's a large population that's 30 and under, or 40 and under. What's the difference between young folks in Iran and those that are older?
Well, I think the mindset of the younger generation now is definitely more, is one that's amenable to having better relations with the West. I think that many of the things, many of the aspects of Iranian and American relations that have caused mistrust between the two nations are not as much at the fore of the younger generation now. I think they're definitely primed for better relations with America, and I think now is a perfect opportunity to capitalize.
What do you hear about life back in Iran now? Do you go back? You go back, Aristu. What about you, Negar?
I'm an Iranian journalist outside. I can't go back.
You can't go back.
That's one of the things I'm hoping to change after this deal.
You think that would change things?
I think it would, because once the moderates, the moderate government of President Rouhani gets this deal done, I think it will give him an upper hand to sort of improve or open the domestic dialogue. And this is one of the things, the case of Iranians who are in exile, let's say, that is something that we're waiting for to change.
Why do you want to go back?
I love my country. I want to visit.
You want to visit. You don't want to live there again.
I don't mind living there. I mean, that's way in the future. But I would like to have the option of visiting my country safe and secure and not turn into another Jason Rezai.
All right, so you are younger, and you didn't live through the 1979 revolution, and you didn't live through the hostage situation with Iran in this country. What have you heard about it? And I mean, there are people my age, obviously, who remember it very, very well and still have some very strong feelings about it.
Well, that was a tough time for, even Iranians that had come to the U.S. Prior to the revolution. To have that hostage situation unfold made it very difficult, I think, for some Iranians in the United States.
I mean, do people in the United States still ask you about it? Do they talk to you about it? Do they say things about that time?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it was a popular revolution that, it unfolded in Iran, and like all revolutions, you don't know what the consequences of.
But there was so much animosity in this country for Iran.
There was. Going back to the young generation, I think the young generation in America has also, they sort of share this with the Iranians. They're willing to move forward from this past. I mean, if you listen to the Iranian side of the story, they also have a lot to say about the U.S., about the coup, about how they supported Saddam in the war with Iraq. So I think both sides, the governments who were elected by the people, have decided to move forward, put the past behind them, and sort of open a new chapter, which I think has already opened between the two countries.
We'll see whether the world's ready to move forward. Negar, Aristu, it's great to have you on the program.
Thank you
very much.